go. All right. So a lot of you guys did not listen to what I told you on last week's news. I warned you. I said, hey, the situation is going to be raggedy because of the Fed news. And I told you about Jackson Hole. I told you about Fed Chairman Powell. And I told you about Friday being one of the big kahuna days because of the conclusion of what the Feds were going to be talking about and what they're going to be hinting towards. And as you can see, look at this huge, gigantic move right here. This is an AUD USD. Look at this. This is the S&P 500. Look at that. Look at all these huge moves that happen in the market, just as I told you guys for. So here's what's going to be looking like, in my personal opinion, for this week. Because of these huge moves, and you can already start to see this on the 15-minute. I'll stretch out to the 4-hour and just stick on the simplicity. I'm sorry, on simplicity for this example. And what I would tell you guys to do is, if you don't have the scanner, get the scanner, put it on the 15-minute. And once you get the 15-minute sale alerts to start cleaning up some of this stuff, then, hop in and make some very nice, trades. So you can see when it shoots up real big, it has to correct. And so it shot up real big, one big gigantic candle. So therefore, there will be some pullbacks. Okay. Look at this. See, you're seeing it shot up and then it started pulling back. What I assume it's going to do is resume itself to the top first to retest it and then fall down. Okay. So I'm looking for a lot of corrective moves coming on this week. Here goes another perfect one right here. Let me go to this right here. This will work better. I'm going to take off my supply and demand zones so you guys can see this and just see price action for what it is. See, these are buy opportunities for me. You see how this thing came all the way up, stopped at the resistance level, came all the way down, and now you had this wick candle right here that touched on support. Here's support over here for the previous level. Same thing here. Shot all the way up, came all the way down, and that's that. So what I'll be waiting on is an arrow on the 15-minute. See, let this thing come down. See that slant pattern? And I'll mark it up. I'm giving you fire. I'm giving y'all fire pieces already. Okay? Don't say you didn't hear it. Right there. See that? That's and you got a candle that closed and broke below. So I'm hoping that it will come down and retest and give a full double bottom here. And then what I would do is look right here on this 4-hour and go ahead and buy that bounce off of there. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for. So, matter of fact, I'm helping y'all all the time. Let me mark these while I'm doing it. So I don't have to go back and re-record, watch my recording. So CAD JPY, I'm looking for a buy. Okay. I'll put CAD JPY. B, AUD, I'm looking for a sell, hopefully a push up and then give a correction. So if it gives that AU, I'm looking for a sell. All right, let's keep going. Okay, nothing there. AJ, let me check you. AJ has created a higher low. Here's a low, but here's a high low. I don't like that. I don't like this. I like when it creates the full double bottom like this one. See how even that is? This double bottom area right here. See that? That double area. See, it shot up, came right back into the support. So this is what I'm hoping, that it will drop further into the support level, continue touch right there. And once it do, I'm on the buy on that one. Okay. So I like it. Check the daily. Okay. Nothing there on the daily, but on the 4-hour, see a potential bounce to the upside. All right. Let's keep moving on. Nothing there. Nothing. Now this one here, I think it's going to possibly sit here and then break out to the upside, to be honest with y'all, if you want my honest opinion, or it's going to retest this level to the top. So I'm not looking to do buys right away unless I get a 15-minute arrow, but I'm hoping that it will come back up and retest that level right there. Okay. So that's what I'm looking at. And once I see this little curve over, and then they try to continue back into the trend, so that will put it right back here. So if it comes between here, or it comes and does a refill to the top area right here, up in this area, anywhere in this range, I'm looking for a sale at that point. But I'm not in a hurry. But again, I'll let the market tell me what it wants to do, because I'll be waiting for that 15-minute arrow for a sale. And once I get that, I'm going to take that one. And why do I like it? Because it's double topping, retesting this level all the way over here. Okay. And since the Feds have come out and did their thing, I don't see any catalyst that will continue to keep pushing it further and further and further. I could be wrong. But for me, I'm going to put a EN, which is for Euro NZD. EN, I'm putting an S next to it for sale. Looking for sales on that one next week. Euro may retest to the top. Okay. Ah, there we go. That's what I'm looking at. Okay. So you see it created a double high, then it went down, created a lower high right here, but it came above that level and kept sitting there. So either it's going to do two things. It's going to respect this level, or it's going to break to the top and retest up here and then drop. Either way it goes, my eye is on this one for a sale. But since you had this overextended buy, hopefully the market won't gap too quickly to the downside, but I'm looking for EU, and that's EU, which is Euro USD. EU, I'm looking for a sale. If the market wasn't closed on Friday and it was late, like a Wednesday or Thursday, I would have already been in the sale. All right, so let's check this one. Same thing. All right, got to wait for a 15-minute. So this one is overextended. Let's see. I can't even make this stuff up right there in front of y'all. Wow. I can't even make it up. It's right there. See? One candle, two candles. So me personally, ECAD for a sale. ECAD for a sale. I'm looking for a sale on that one as well. So most of these euro pairs, I'm looking for sales. Let's go to GBP, JPY, the G pairs, see if I see anything. If this one bounces and give me a retest to this level right here or above, I'm definitely looking for a sale. Anything up this way, I'm looking for a pullback. Hopefully it pulls back up. It dropped, as you can see, okay? So that means it already showed respect for this level. So if it bounces back up, then I will be looking for a sale. So on GNZD, I'm looking for a sale. I'm putting an S next to it, next to GN. Look, we got fire pieces going. Love when the market overdoes itself. Same thing right here. GU, I'm glancing off of GU. I'm looking for a sale. Ooh, I got a lot of trade setups. I like when the market overshoots itself. Okay, I love when it does that because now this thing, if it comes back up and pushes higher, that's even better. But all week long, I'm just going to be looking for sales. So if this thing just stops right here and keep pushing up higher, that's fine with me. It may come up to this level and retest it, and if it does, that's fine with me. I don't care. The higher up you go, the better for me because at that point, I'm gonna slap you upside your head. If it comes to that level, which is right here, bing, 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 bing. Look at how many times it touched this level. So if you come back up and retest this level, doesn't matter to me, man. I'm gonna be slapping you, bro. I'm slapping you, bro. Look at there. I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff up. You feel me? I can't make this stuff up. Okay. Can't make it up. Make myself smaller. Okay. I can't make this stuff up. All right. Can y'all see me? All right. Let's keep this party moving. Told you, I love when the market overreacts to news because right afterwards you find so many trade opportunities. Words can't put it into. See, here goes another opportunity. See, it's clustering, respecting the trend line to the downside, pull back. That's what I'm looking for. Perfect. That's what I'm looking for. So if it stays up here, I hope, and I see a slant pattern on the 15-minute. Here's what I see. Slant patterns always do what? Pop up eventually. Okay, eventually. See how it's slanted to the downside? And then all of a sudden, huge pop. See this slant to the downside? Pop. So this slant right here, I'm waiting for you to pop. Hopefully you will pop somewhere up here. If you do, I'm going to pop you upside your head. GCAD for what? Sell, sell, sell. Okay, GCAD. So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades already. 8 trades already. 8 potentials. Now, again, it depends on if the market gaps in the opposite direction, when up on market open, because just because your broker shut down, just because your broker shut down on Friday didn't mean the money stopped moving. So that's why sometimes you see the market gapping back open when you start on Sunday. Okay, so I'm on the 4-hour time frame. Here's it go. We see it respecting the trend line. It came and touched, bounced out of there, and now it's sitting right here and respecting it. So there may be a bounce on UJ. Okay, so I put next to a buy potential. Let's see. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Let's check gold to gold. Gold to gold could be going for a sale. Okay, could be going for a sale. This thing hopped up real quick in the opposite direction, and now it's softening at the top. See that one big gigantic bull candle? So it may retest and then come on down. Come on downstairs, baby. Come on downstairs. Number 2, here's what I'm seeing, y'all. Let's take a look at this. And we hit very well on gold last week. So in this level right here is where I'm seeing it. See that area right there? Bing, bing, bing. And there you go. So it's respected that. So hopefully it'll just come back up, maybe retest it, and then come down for the remainder for a few days. Okay. That's the futures market. I won't get into that on this video. I'll talk to you guys. If you're in our futures program, futures, I'll go over that with you guys there. Okay. We'll go over breakdowns in there. All right. Let's go to the 4 hour. So bottom line is right here, you had your double top and your drop. Okay, double top and the drop. But again, I don't really see anything on this one unless it pulls back and give me a lower high, because here's the high point. If it gives me a lower high, then I'm going for it. Okay, and let me show you. Let's see if we had a 15-minute arrow. No, we don't on the 15-minute. I'll be waiting for a 15-minute arrow on this one, and I'll buy the continuation to the downside. But currently, I don't see anything worthwhile. Let's check USD CAD. And look at that catty cat, boy, catty cat. Came up to into my sell zone, and that thing dropped like a rock, baby. That's what I'm expecting a lot of these to do. Look at that big move. But that was due to news. That was due to news. Look at this one. News, big drops. Okay, big drops, big drops, big drops. So again, because of all that, let's check AUD, NZD. This is a 4 hour time frame, and I'm seeing a lot of resistance up in this range, baby. So for AUD, NZD, I am looking for what? Sell, 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 sell. AN. Okay, so AN is for sale. So here's what I got, guys. I'm going to do a review. So for 6C, 6C, 6C is sexy. I'm seeing this support level right here for buy. AU, I'm seeing this oversold candle right here, may do a short pullback. EN, let's take a look at you again. EN is oversold even on the daily. Therefore, I'm looking for a sale this week on it. Have your simplicity scanner running. EU also is way up there out of order. So I'm going to look for a sell. You can see it respected that and dropped. Respected that, came down, respected it. Okay, which came close. Every time it comes in this area, it drops and it drops. And it came and broke through because of news, but I'm expecting that for a drop. So I'm looking to sell on that one. Euro CAD. Let's take a look at the ECAD. Okay, whether you're looking at it on the weekly, the daily, or the 4 hour, all the same thing. I'm looking for what? Sell, sell, sell. Sell, sell, sell. Look at that. It started dropping already. Okay. But it may pull back up. I'm hoping it will. Give me an opportunity. Don't run without me. GN, same thing. If this gives a push back to the top, I'm looking for a sell on it. GU, same thing. I'm looking for a sell on that one for this week. Okay, same thing, just like EU, it overplayed its hand. I'm hoping that it will come back up and retest this level. The higher, the better. Put my stop somewhere up here. Okay, use a roomier stop. So it create a lower high like it did here. Here's the high point, here's the lower high. So if it pops back up, it'll stop right there and create another low high. And there you go. And so that will basically be a head and shoulders. You got your head up here, here's one shoulder, and across this way will be your other shoulder. And therefore, head and shoulders, it will typically drop huge. You can hold that thing for a minute. Hold it for a minute, and you ain't got nothing to worry about. So I'm looking for correction on that. Okay, let's look at UJ. Where are you? UJ, there you go. All right, UJ. On the daily, I'm not seeing anything. I do see a strong support level right here. Okay, right there. Okay, you can see it touch, touch, touch right there, touch, and right up in this range. And I should have drawn a range bar instead. That would have been a little more appropriate. You know, if I draw a range bar, now you can see how many times it hovered in that range. Okay, so now if I dump down to the 4 hour time frame, you can see what I'm looking at. Found support here, bounced out huge, came all the way down, touched the trend line again, found support, jumped up huge. Now it's at the same spot, jumping up. I'm looking for a buy for UJ this week. All right, let's go to AN, AUD, and that's the last one. And again, this one is sitting way out of proportion. You can see it right there. Let's draw a trend line across to see where the noise level is and see if that's true. And so up in this range, I do see right here, it has a pretty roomy range, but right there, every time it comes in this range, it falls out, falls out, falls out, falls out. So it's stopping right up in that area. Therefore, I'm looking for a potential sale on this one. Okay. All right, guys. So that's it. And I will see you guys if you're in the futures program. I will see you on Tuesday morning. Well, you'll see Jenny in Tuesday morning in New York, and I'll see you guys Tuesday night in the Asian session. Peace.